Yesterday's failed expansion above 25,600 defined the ceiling. Today, participation expanded. Price did not. 26 February 2026, March 1st weekly expiry, session 2. Open interest increased. Volatility remained calm. The structure is compressing inside a defined range. Control remains intact. Structural shift tracker. We begin with structural continuity. The active box remains 25,300 to 25,600. There is no migration in range. Call concentration remains positioned at 25,500 and 25,600. Put support remains structured between 25,300 and 25,400. At the money, implied volatility remains near 11%. Positioning expanded. The framework did not shift. Price architecture. Nifty opened at 25,556. Early trade extended toward 25,572. That move did not sustain. Above the defined ceiling, price rotated lower and printed a session low at 25,400. Into the close, the index stabilized and settled at 25,496. The session remained inside the active structural box. No boundary was breached. The center of gravity remains near 25,500. Active structural box. The defined range remains unchanged. 25,300 to 25,600. Participation expanded within containment. There was no structural expansion on either side. The box continues to regulate price behavior. Participation footprint. Cash market turnover closed near 1,08,665 crore. Liquidity remained steady relative to the prior session. Index futures open interest closed at 2,92,144 contracts. This reflects moderate expansion, not aggressive carry build. Index options open interest closed at 76,39,208 contracts. Options positioning increased meaningfully. Range expansion did not follow. Participation rose. Price remained contained. Volatility regime. At the money, implied volatility closed between approximately 10.6 and 11.4%. There was no volatility spike. Premiums softened into the close. The calm volatility regime remains intact. There is no indication of stress repricing. Call side structure. Overhead supply remains layered. At 25,500 call, open interest stands at 1,61,882. At 25,600 call, 1,53,696. At 25,700 call, 1,57,407. At 26,000 call, 1,62,495. Call writing expanded notably. At 25,500, the primary ceiling remains 25,500 to 25,600. Put side structure. Support layering remains structured below. At 25,400 put, open interest stands at 1,10,064. At 25,500 put, 1,09,699. At 25,300 put, 72,138. Put expansion was visible. At 25,400, the lower structural band remains 25,300 to 25,400. Monitoring zones. Upper monitoring remains 25,500 to 25,600. Lower monitoring remains 25,300 to 25,400. Below 25,300, positioning begins to thin. Above 25,600, supply absorption would be tested. No directional inference is implied. Institutional close. The structural box remains intact. Participation expanded. More than price. Call supply caps the upper boundary. Put layering reinforces the lower boundary. Volatility remains stable. The environment continues to reflect absorption and control within the March 1st weekly expiry cycle. This presentation is for structural interpretation purposes only. It is not investment advice or a solicitation.